In this video, we're going to have a look at the most important features you need to know to get started with Zotero, and we'll have a bit of a breakdown on how to use them and how to set it all up so that it works best for you. So the first thing you have to do is to install the Zotero software and also a connector to connect it to your browser. So you will go to zotero.org and download the file and install it on your machine. And then once you've done that, you open Zotero and you will want to install the browser connector. Usually Zotero asks you if you want to do it straight away, but if it doesn't, you can always go to the Tools menu and then choose Install Browser Connector. That will take you to the connector web page, and there you will want to click on Install. And once you've done the install, then it will add this little icon at the top of the screen in the top right hand corner, and then you can use that to import things into Zotero, and we'll have a closer look at how that works. And so the next thing you want to do is import your references from your online searches into your database so that you don't have to type them in manually. So let's start with simply doing that while you're doing your library searches. So we're starting with empty Zotero. We're going to switch to the library search. I did a search. I'm going to choose one of the books that I want to reference, choose the particular version that I want to reference here. And now here you can see at the top of the screen, the icon changed to a little book icon. It will ask me to save it. When I click on it, it saves it to my Zotero library, and as we're going to see, I switch back to the library, and here it is right there. Now it added a bit of a tag from the library altering resource, so I'm going to go ahead and edit that out, and now I have a perfect reference for that book with all the details that I need about the book: dates, times, publishers, URL, even a date when I last accessed it. So now let's have a look at how to import a journal article. So I did a search for a journal article. It happens to be one that I have access to with my university single sign-on, and this is how I go about putting it into Zotero. So I will go up to the right-hand corner, click on the Zotero icon, which now looks different because it's like an article, and it shows me that it's importing a snapshot of this page, but also a PDF. And now I switch back to Zotero. I go have a look at the import, and I see here I have a PDF and a snapshot of that page, and also an abstract straight in here. And again, all the bibliographic information I need to cite that article. So it's done that in just one click without having to do anything else. Now I can even insert multiple references at once. For example, if I do a search on Google Scholar and I see this giving me multiple references, I want to get a few of them directly into my Zotero library. So I will go about it like that. I will click in the top right hand corner. It says it's a little folder icon, and it gives me a list of different books or articles I can choose from. I'm going to tick the ones that I want to put into my database, say OK, and Zotero is just going to take a little bit. If there is a PDF associated with it that is free, it will extract that as well and put it into my Zotero library. So as you can see right here, it's now inserted there. There's also a duplicate, and I'll show you how to remove that later. So let's have a look at another thing that Zotero can do for you, which is get a news story from a news website into your list of references if that is what you want to cite. So as you can see, again, top right hand corner, we have the Zotero icon is now changed to the type of reference, which is a newspaper. It has taken a snapshot of that page and put it into my Zotero database, including the references, the date access, which is what I need to reference it, a link, and also quite nicely an author, which it's clever enough to be able to extract that from certain news websites. Again, saves me that bit of time. I can use that same approach to get a website in. So here is a website page from a company about the subject that I'm interested in. Again, I will go to the top right hand corner as usual. The icon now is one for a web page. It takes a snapshot of the page, saves it to my Zotero library. So if I go back to it now, I see it is there. Now it does not have an author, so I would have to make sure that I type that in to have that correctly. But it does have a link to the page, but also a snapshot of it. So I'll show you what happens if I want to open it. I double click the snapshot here, and it opens it in a browser. And now it opens that page. So it seems to be the same page that I saw the last time, but notice here, it's a link to the file. It is not an actual website. So this is always on my website, in my database, in the way that I saved it when I first saw it. So I am sure that nobody's changed it since then, and also I know that I have it even if the website goes away. I can do even more things. For example, if I already have some PDFs because I've downloaded them from somewhere or before I started using Zotero, I can directly put them into Zotero, which simply just copy, drag them and drop them in here. Then I select them and choose Retrieve Metadata from PDF. I right-click and choose that. And as you can see, Zotero is starting the process of looking online, and it was able to find one of these references and simply did the reference for me and simply put the PDF as an attachment. The one that it couldn't do is it couldn't do it because it was just a photo of the pages rather than actual text in there, so it couldn't find anything to search by. So I think it's if you can have your PDFs with text in them or OCR them, it will make that a lot easier for you. So that is how we get data in. But now, once you have all this data in it, you could have hundreds or thousands of references in your Zotero. How do you manage it? Well, you can use folders or collections and tags. So let's have a look at how that works. So first, we have a look at how to create folders, or they're called collections. So here I am in Zotero. I will then choose here, up here, create a new collection, and simply name that collection, click OK. And that creates it here. Then I go back to my library and take all of these items from here and just drag them over there. So then next, when I want to go to my business strategy references, then they're all in one place, and my other references for other things that I need will be somewhere else. Now I can also take advantage of auto collections or auto tags, how you want to call them. And so, for example, I promised that I would show you how to get a list of how to get rid of the duplicates. So you can see there's an auto collection called duplicate items, which immediately shows all the duplicate items in there. I will choose the version I want, and it gives me the options. I'll choose the one that I want to delete, and simply click delete, hit delete, or right-click, choose move item to trash. And that will move it to this trash place where I can retrieve it later, and I have now deduplicated my collection. So I can also do the organization while I'm importing, so I don't have to wait for later once I've done all the work. And so again, I'm on the page, and I click on the usual icon there, and now I expand that dialog, and I choose which library I want it to go to, and then I also can add tags and separate them by a comma. And so I click done, switch back to Zotero, and now I can filter my items by tags. They're here at the bottom. So if I click, for example, on blog, it will show me just the one blog reference that is on there. I can then choose ideas and do all sorts of filtering. I only have the one item that is tagged at the moment, but I would have I can use as many tags as I like. Now, of course, the most important thing about having your reference manager is being able to get the references out into your document. So here is the simplest way to do this, and you simply have to go select the references that you'd like to put into your document. The best way to select multiple references is to click and select them with Shift while you're holding Shift. Then choose Create Bibliography from Items. Choose the kind of citation style you want. I chose APA, and then make sure you copy it to clipboard. You could also save it as a file, but I want to copy it into clipboard. Then switch to Microsoft Word and simply paste your references in there, Control V. And as you can see, they're all in there. They have the right citation style, but they don't have the right font. You can then modify that a little bit later and fix the alignment as well. But basically, you save yourself all that time by just having your references there straight away. Now, so this is a quick intro to Zotero. In the next video, we're going to have a look at how Zotero integrates directly with Microsoft Word. So it saves you even this copy and paste and makes it a lot easier for you to make sure that your references are properly accounted for and are linked directly to your database in your documents.